extensive front-end damage, dog-log charges, including fleeing police during commission of a felony, DUI or refusal to submit to testing, and reckless endangerment. KFRE News Time is 8:09. Authorities are clearing the report of a gas leak at Grand Forks International Airport. Officials responded to a report yesterday morning after a gas line was struck during excavation outside a structure near the airport terminal. Crews monitored the affected buildings but didn't find gas present. Airport operation eventually returned to normal with no injuries reported. KFRE News Time is 8:10. Echo the forecast is next.
What's happening?
I may do it. I may not do it.
Donald Trump approves attack plans.
K-Fire 550.
Iran's got a lot of trouble.
The UN Charter remains our shared framework to save people from the scourge of war.
At the Defense Department, our job is to stand ready and prepared with options.
They targeted infants. They give this nonsense that they're targeting military sites. What military sites?
The day's news.
Karen Reed found not guilty of causing boyfriend's death.
Is on.
No one has fought harder for John O'Keefe than I have.
The legendary voice of the Northern Plains. K-Fire 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
Imagine being on a vacation for a very long time. Now imagine saving money nightly while you do it. Sounds pretty great, right? With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more. Our customers save an average of 10% when they book select properties for a week or longer. Just in case you needed another reason to extend that vacation. Book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Employee pricing is all the rage at Metropolitan Ford, metropolitanford.com, and it includes the all-new redesigned 2025 Ford Explorer. But wait, there's more. How about employee pricing plus 2 years of maintenance at no cost? Not enough yet? How about employee pricing, 2 years of free maintenance plus 3.9% financing for up to 66 months on approved credit? Metropolitanford.com to take advantage. It's metropolitanford.com.
Your favorite artists
in your library.
Your favorite songs
in your playlist.
But your favorite morning show.
He make me laugh every day. Or your favorite team in action.
Oh my goodness, he caught it!
Or your live local news, traffic, and weather.
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here.
Join the millions of Americans.
And add us to your entertainment lineup now. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny, breezy, and humid today with a strong thunderstorm this afternoon. Could bring hail and damaging winds, high up to 88. A strong thunderstorm this evening, otherwise becoming cloudy with low 66. Humid tomorrow with morning low clouds, followed by clouds giving way to some sun. Breezy in the afternoon with high up to 86. Windy and a bit cooler come Sunday with some clouds, then sunshine with high 69. For AccuWeather, I'm Ruth O'Brien.
And current temperatures across the region of this hour, 71 partly cloudy in Twin Cities, fog and 52 in Duluth, Minnesota. In Montana, 62 and partly cloudy in Billings, 64 clear in Miles City, mostly cloudy, 60 in Glasgow at this hour. In South Dakota, Rapid City, 65 and clear, mostly cloudy, 65 in Mulbridge. Pure, sunny and 73. Aberdeen, 66 and partly sunny. Lemon, 68 and sunny. Fair skies, 73 in Sioux Falls at this hour. And right here in North Dakota, Williston, 59 degrees, cloudy skies, mostly cloudy, 61 in Dickinson. Partly cloudy, 59 in Minot. Garrison, 57 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Hedinger, Bowman, 64 degrees, partly cloudy conditions. Jamestown, Grand Forks, and Fargo, all 65 and partly cloudy. Devil's Lake, 66 and sunny at this hour. Right here at Bismarck, Mandan, we got cloudy skies, east winds at 6. For Rumble, 29.66 inches and falling, humidity 87%. 65 degrees, going up to 89 here on KFAR 550, KFR.com, 99.7 FM, and iHeartRadio. Yesterday's high, 89 degrees. Yesterday's low, 52, and average is 71. Normal high at this time of year, 79 degrees. Record 103, set back in 1910. Normal low, 54. Record 33, set back in 1969. Tonight sunset, 9:41. Tomorrow morning sunrise, 5:49. Tomorrow night sunset at 9:41. If you're heading to Lake Skakawea today, east winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. Chance of showers, partly sunny. For tonight, northeast winds 10 to 20. Chance of storms, mostly cloudy. For Lake Oahe, east winds 10 to 20, partly cloudy skies. Tonight, northeast winds 10 to 20, and it's going to be a chance of thunderstorms, partly cloudy. For the latest, dial 511 from any phone. Visit dot.nd.gov for the latest. And again, cloudy and 65 Bismarck, Mandan 812, Mike Wagner, KFAR Radio, your news, weather, and travel authority. Don't forget, Guns in the 701 with Clay and Company are up next, and they have newly elected ND GOP Chairman Matthew Simon as a guest. And on July 2nd, they're having the Great American Outdoor Show with guest Governor Kelly Armstrong, the Cover Prairie Outdoors host Scott Bachmeyer, as them and Jamie's guest on Guns 701 right here on KFAR. That's coming up in a few minutes.
It's a new talk show just for the Dakotas. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell. Weekdays from 9 till 11 on KFire 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
How do you make an Airbnb a Vrbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host. The host is dragging your family on a tour of the kitchen, the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, the downstairs bedroom, and the TV room, which, surprise, is where you can watch TV. Now imagine there's no host giving you a tour, because there's never any hosts at all. Ever. Voila, you've got yourself a Vrbo. Want a vacation that's completely and totally host-free? Make it a Vrbo.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Employee pricing is all the rage at Metropolitan Ford, metropolitanford.com, and it includes the all-new redesigned 2025 Ford Explorer. But wait, there's more. How about employee pricing plus 2 years of maintenance at no cost? Not enough yet? How about employee pricing, 2 years of free maintenance plus 3.9% financing for up to 66 months on approved credit? Metropolitanford.com to take advantage. It's metropolitanford.com.
It is Ryan here, and anybody who's been around for a minute is well aware that our world is more connected than it's ever been before. And a big reason for that is how everything we do these days kind of tends to happen in the same place, the internet. If you think about it, your social and business networks, your banking, your entertainment, your healthcare, it's all online. And because of that, when you want to help build up society, you have to make part of that plan improving the internet. In steps AT&T, they've invested quite literally billions of dollars to upgrade the infrastructure that we all rely on in more ways than one. And that includes working with the government and enhancing AT&T 5G so you can stay connected better than ever. It's a kind of action that might go unnoticed if we don't shine a light on it. But those are the improvements that improve everything from your child's education to first responders network to your ability to do business on a network built to last into the next century. AT&T is investing in America's future.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/generate. Terms and conditions apply.
Wondering what your home is worth? Just look up. When buyers see a strong, well-maintained roof, they see peace of mind. A worn, neglected roof? A money pit. At Perfect Exteriors, we fix problems before they cost you. With top-tier materials backed by a 50-year transferable warranty, your investment is protected, now and when it's time to sell. Schedule a free inspection today at perfectexteriorsmn.com.
At Homes.com, we do whatever it takes to get you the in-depth info on local schools you won't find anywhere else. Things like student-teacher ratio, test scores, and school programs. And sometimes that requires attending school recitals. So many recitals.
That's my son. Isn't he terrific?
Yeah, a real prodigy. Homes.com.
Ding dong.
We've done your homework.
Want to win cash while watching sports? All it takes is 3 simple steps. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, B-E-T-R, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And this summer, we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder, so you can get the car you want at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
For a limited time until supplies last, assembled with U.S. and imported parts.
There are so many people who would just love to get their hands on the secret to how Apartments.com has helped hundreds of millions of renters, but they're never going to get it, are they, Craig?
No, sir. It's fortified here in this 4-foot thick steel vault with titanium deadbolts reinforced by concrete and rebar.
Excellent. Oh, Craig, did you just swallow the only key?
Yes, sir. No one's getting in now.
What? Or out?
Oh, right.
Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
THC-infused drinks have landed at Total Wine & More with delicious flavors like juicy peach, bold berry, and cola. Come grab a 4-pack of THC-infused drinks today. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Not available at all locations. Consume responsibly. Be 21.
Upgrading your smart TV just got easier with the new Roku Streaming Stick and Roku Streaming Stick Plus. They power directly from your TV, clutter-free, so you can get plugged into America's #1 streaming platform. Access features such as backdrops and voice remote, tune into live TV and sports for free, and stream the best apps like iHeart, where you can listen to your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all for free. Head over to Roku.com and meet the new Roku players. It's on. Roku.
The last thing anyone wants is to leave behind confusion, stress, or worse, family conflict. That's why estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for families like mine, and probably like yours. With Trust and Will, I created my estate plan in minutes, from naming guardians for my kids to putting our house in a trust to avoid probate. Fast, affordable, and way easier than I thought. Every plan is designed by estate planning attorneys and customized for your state. Plans start at just $199 and include essentials like healthcare directives and power of attorney. With Trust and Will's bank-level security and built-in privacy protections, your personal information and your wishes stay safe. Whether you're newly married, raising kids, caring for aging parents, or just want peace of mind, Trust and Will makes it easy to protect what matters most. Go to trustandwill.com, use code RADIO at checkout, and save 20% on your personalized plan. Because there's no better time to protect the people you love. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
This is Bowen Yang from Las Culturistas.
And I'm Matt Rogers, and we're the hosts of Las Culturistas.
It's Pride Month, and you know what that means.
Friendship, parties, dancing.
Correct. And do you know what the perfect thing to bring to any Pride event is?
But when we talked about this, I'm not a thing.
Oh, not you. I meant Casamigos.
Okay, chic. And honestly, the only other correct answer.
Right? There's nothing like having Casamigos at a party with your friends.
That makes sense, seeing as Casamigos' whole vibe is friendship. It's literally in the name.
I didn't realize that. Well, the vibe is working because everyone loves it. It's good with anything. Watermelon juice,
Bloody Mary mix,
coconut,
grapefruit,
Diet freaking cola for crying out loud.
The deepest friendships have been forged over Casamigos margaritas.
A Casamigos margarita during Pride? Now that's a sleigh.
Ah, Casamigos. Anything is a sleigh.
Because anything goes with my Casamigos.
That is so true.
You can thank me later. Please drink responsibly. Imported by Casamigos Spirits Company, White Plains, New York. Casamigos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
If you drive a big rig, you know that if your wheels keep turning, you keep earning. That's why Shell Rotella with advanced synthetic technology is designed to help keep your rig running all day long and save you money in the long run. That means less time in the shop and more time on the road. It also means you'll get more chances to see Minnesota's finest roadside attractions. Bait shops, Pine Lakes, bait shops near Pine Lakes. It's lovely this time of year. Superior engine protection for longer engine life. Shell Rotella for the long haul.
Your favorite artists
In your library.
your favorite songs
In your playlist.
but your favorite morning show.
He make me laugh every day.
Or your favorite team in action.
Oh my goodness, he caught it!
or your live local news, traffic, and weather.
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here.
Join the millions of Americans.
And add us to your entertainment lineup now. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
According to data, they think silencers are the big cause for all these crimes and everything. But in reality, it's like it isn't. Virtually zero.
It is. It's pretty much zero. But, you can't scare people and control them if you allow stuff like this, common sense legislation to protect the Second Amendment to go through. And that's what this is about. This has always been about taxation, revenue, and control. And let's just face it, there's one party that wants that unequivocally, and they want to get rid of the Second Amendment, and that is the Democrat Party. It's laid out in their platform. That isn't rhetoric, also fact. And that's just a plain and simple truth. Democrats hate the Second Amendment as a whole. Plain and simple.
Right. And, of course, speaking of Democrats as well, too, best known in Illinois, that is a huge one as well, too, as the Trump DOJ files the brief supporting the challenge to Illinois' unconstitutional assault weapons ban, and more about that one.
Yeah, that's kind of a big thing. June 13th.
Are you still there, Clay? Oh, I think we lost Clay for a minute. Clay, are you still there? Okay, we're trying to get Clay Peterson on board here, so we're trying to get Clay. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. We're going to try to reconnect with Clay Peterson of Guns in the 701, and we're going to be right back with more of Guns in the 701 right here, KFIR 550, KFIR.com, 99.7 FM, and iHeartRadio.
Verdict with Ted Cruz.
We are seeing war in the Middle East. We are seeing Israel acting decisively to protect herself. And America stands unequivocally with the state of Israel. We are with Israel in her right to defend herself. A message to the Ayatollah. If you strike out and attack American servicemen and women, if you kill even a single American serviceman or woman, I am absolutely confident President Trump will respond with overwhelming force.
The Verdict with Ted Cruz, Sunday night at 6 on KFIR 550.
KFIR 550.
Could be a dangerous place.
Israel launched Operation Rising Lion.
We have no choice.
Iran is producing.
We are operating against
enough highly enriched uranium.
An imminent and existential
for 9 atom bombs.
Threat.
If they do that, they're going to be met with really very violent force.
This is a clear and present danger.
We have no choice.
What's next?
The future.
Check in often.
Of Iran.
The legendary voice of the Northern Plains. KFIR 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
All right, we're back with Guns in the 701 and Clay Pearson. I guess liberals tried to assault our broadcast here, and Clay are coming back, and we talked about the unconstitutional assault weapons ban in Illinois.
Yeah, we had a power outage last night from the storm that went through that kind of affected north of us, but evidently maybe it messed up everything. I don't know. I don't know where we quite left off, but the big thing about the Illinois assault ban, it is unconstitutional. It's not gonna stand the test of time and the test of the Bruin decision, because it's also a historical use of firearms, and we can get into that, but it's pretty detailed as to when they were developed, what they're developed. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a battle. It's nice to see that the Civil Rights Division with the Trump's Department of Justice under Pam Bondi. So again, too, for those people who think that nothing's happening there and she's anti-gun, it's not true. She's been doing a ton of things to basically clear the way and reaffirm the Second Amendment rights we all have. So I'm really excited to see where this goes in court. I imagine you're going to see all the firearms groups get on board with this as well. And it's going to be interesting because that lone decision is probably going to set the precedent for all the other states trying to do the same.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's really important as well, too, that it's going to, set the case and everything like that, and whatever it violates and everything like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much a big one right there, too. And, of course, the ATF is going to end the Demand 2 program. That is going to be another one. And we'll talk more about that with Clay Peterson and Guns in the 701. And we're going to take a little time out here. So, Clay, if you can just go yourself, get a little cup of coffee, maybe a little steak and eggs. We'll come back in about 10 minutes or so. We can talk about the ATF demanding an and the Demand 2 program. Don't let the liberals get you.
Never.
Sounds great. Okay, we're back with Clay Pearson, Guns in the 701. Right after this, in KFire 550, KFR.com, 99.7 FM, and iHeartRadio.
KFire 550.
Friday edition will take you into the weekend with the absolute latest on the big, beautiful bill and what is going on when it comes to Iran. Will the United States get involved? What is Trump's perspective there going to be? All that and more coming your direction. It'll be the Friday edition. Come hang with us on Clay and Buck.
This morning at 11 on KFire.
The Verdict with Ted Cruz.
We are seeing war in the Middle East. We are seeing Israel acting decisively to protect herself. And America stands unequivocally with the state of Israel. We are with Israel in her right to defend herself. A message to the Ayatollah. If you strike out and attack American servicemen and women, if you kill even a single American serviceman or woman, I am absolutely confident President Trump will respond with overwhelming force.
The Verdict with Ted Cruz, Sunday night at 6 on KFire 550.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
Presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
How do you make an Airbnb a Vrbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host. The host is dragging your family on a tour of the kitchen, the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, the downstairs bedroom, and the TV room, which, surprise, is where you can watch TV. Now imagine there's no host giving you a tour, because there's never any hosts at all. Ever. Voila, you've got yourself a Vrbo.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
officials say help keep up with population increases. Lift station has a projected shelf life of 100 years. North Dakota teen faces life-threatening injuries after a vehicle accident in Rogers. State troopers responded to a crash yesterday morning on 112th Avenue. The 16-year-old girl reportedly ran through a stop sign, crashed into a side of a semi-truck. Authorities say the victim was not wearing a seatbelt. The 68-year-old truck driver was not injured in the incident. And more severe weather threatens the southern two-thirds of North Dakota. National Weather Service rates the risk level at 3 out of 5 areas, including Bismarck-Mandan region. Severe thunderstorms could bring large hail, damaging wind gusts. Officials say tornadoes and flash flooding are a possibility. KFRE News Time is 8:33. AccuWeather forecast is next.
Clean.
Big news for drivers. Presets have landed on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with iHeartRadio. Access your favorite stations, podcasts, and playlists instantly right from your dashboard. Try the free iHeartRadio app on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and take those presets for a spin.
When storms hit, you don't just need a roofer. You need a neighbor you can trust. At Perfect Exteriors, we live and work right here in your community, helping homeowners recover with expert storm damage assessments and lasting repairs. We work with insurance and use high-quality materials backed with a 50-year warranty. Because protecting your home means protecting our community. Schedule a free inspection now at perfectexteriorsmn.com.
Ever wanted to stay on vacation longer? Us too. With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more on select properties. Gotta love a win-win. Book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
Ice, energy from the box.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny, breezy, and humid today with a strong thunderstorm this afternoon. Could bring hail and damaging winds, high up to 88. A strong thunderstorm this evening, otherwise becoming cloudy with low 66. Humid tomorrow with morning low clouds, followed by clouds giving way to some sun. Breezy in the afternoon with high up to 86. Windy and a bit cooler come Sunday with some clouds, then sunshine with high 69. For AccuWeather, I'm Ruth O'Brien.
And current temperatures across the region of this hour: partly cloudy 71 in Twin Cities, fog in 52 in Duluth, Minnesota. In Montana, partly cloudy 62 in Billings, clear in 64 in Miles City, mostly cloudy 60 in Glasgow. In South Dakota, Rapid City, 65 in Clear, Mobridge, 65 mostly cloudy, sunny 73 in Pierre, partly sunny 66 in Aberdeen, sunny and 68 in Lemon, fair and 73 in Sioux Falls. Right here in North Dakota, Williston, cloudy 59, Dickinson, mostly cloudy 61, Minot 59, partly cloudy, Garrison also 59, partly cloudy, Hettinger, Bowman 64 degrees, partly cloudy skies, Devils Lake 66 and sunny, and Jamestown, Grand Forks, Fargo all 65 and partly sunny. Right here, Bismarck, Mandan, cloudy skies, east winds at 6, barometer 29.66 inches and falling, humidity 87%, 65 degrees here at the Boyston on the Plains. Yesterday's high 89 degrees, yesterday's low 52, and average of 71. Normal high at this time of year 79 degrees, record 103 set back in 1910. Normal low 54, the record 33 set back in 1969. Tonight's sunset 9:41, tomorrow morning sunrise 5:49, tomorrow night sunset at 9:41. And for the latest, dial 511 from any phone and visit dot.andy.gov for the latest. Again, cloudy and 65, 8:36. Mike Wagner, KFR Radio, your news, weather, and travel authority. Now back to Clay Peterson with Guns and 701 right here on KFR. Clay, I hope you had your coffee. I hope those steak and eggs were pretty good. I forgot to ask if you wanted some, or I can make you some. How do you want them?
Well, over easy and rare.
Oh, there you go. Just like how I like coffee and everything else. It is
nothing
so
like protein, right?
There you go. That's right. And of course, we can use some more protein as the ATF puts an end on the Demand 2 program. And tell us about this controversial Demand 2 program.
Yeah, Demand 2. It was actually created on the Clinton administration back in 2000. So remember, that was just before President George W. came in. Of course, he didn't do nothing about it either.
Who does these days? My God, you know.
Trump does. I'm telling you what, Trump is cleaning up some of these horrible things, but there are so many. Everyone needs to realize this. there is so much of that that's went on for decades, this kind of stuff, that it is not going to be solved with one guy. It's just not going to be. He's doing his best. He's got the right people in there, but it will take decades to unravel these crazy programs. And
oh, yeah.
Too,
especially what the ATF call like a time to crime. It's like they call it a scratcher, or some call it name and shame.
Yeah, well, they required firearms dealers to report when 25 or more guns sold by their shop were traced back to a crime scene within a 3-year window, which, by the way, does not happen that often. And it's mostly, if you want to get down to it, when you look up these actual reports, they're not even supposed to be out there, but they're actually in mostly blue states where the crime is the highest. In red states where you don't have these crazy anti-Second Amendment gun laws and strict utopia gun control, we don't have the crime that the blue states have. So, just kind of, take that into consideration, that these dumb laws that they pass in the blue states are leading to this. But anyway, yeah, they called it time to crime. And what they did with this, essentially, they released it to news outlets, which should have never happened. And then those places would put it out there, and then you got your anti-gun groups. Brady United, which is the Brady group, which was Gun Control Incorporated back in the day. That is what the true name and the origins are of that organization. They'd go out and they'd make you, protest these guys, essentially inflicting on their right to do lawful business. You got to remember, all these firearms that were purchased at a gun shop with an FFL, I mean, anyone who's engaged in the business has to have a federal firearms license. Without that, you're illegally selling firearms. And they were legally selling. That means that person filled out a 4473. They passed the NICS background check system, and they were legally able to purchase a firearm. So they were going after the wrong people. They were going after the wrong businesses. They were just engaged in the lawful business of selling Second Amendment freedom rods in which we call firearms. And that's the problem. So now they're going to end this thing. Their stated goal when they created this was to use the data to aid in investigations. Of course, that didn't work because there was no differentiation between a firearms dealer or a police department. You name your entity. And in D.C., what I think is funny is the D.C. Metro, the police department, was getting dinged on this because they handled legal firearms.
Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable.
Transfers. So they were getting dinged on this. So they didn't like that any better because of that. It was a flawed system, a flawed program. The former ATF director, Steve Dettelbach, who couldn't even operate a Glock, remember, everybody, he didn't even know how to handle disassembly.
Or run a toy gun store, too. You know that. So
Yeah. The guy was a moron. He just plain and simple was. And he violated the federal law that is to protect what they call trace data and let the advocacy groups and media get that. So it was horrible. It's sensitive data. It should have never been replaced. It's awesome to see that this thing's going to go away. Here's ATF's own historical report. They emphasize that the appearance of trace data of a licensed dealer, federal firearms license, or a first unlicensed purchaser of record in association with a gun crime in no way suggests that either has committed a criminal act. So their own words was that this did no good. It doesn't mean that there was a criminal act that actually took place, and they were placing the blame on the wrong person. You got to remember, the Clinton administration was not unfriendly either. They kind of look like they do compared to the Democrats of the day.
Oh my gosh, almost like the Keystone Cops practically. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, and remember the whole program of we got to get rid of the tabletop dealers, kitchen tabletop dealers. That was their big thing. Well, that meant people who had acquired an FFL essentially to buy their own firearms, maybe sell some to their friends. They were doing it legally, engaged legally with a firearms license, and they wanted to eliminate, and they did. They were successful at eliminating a bunch. I mean, a big majority of those people who held on to their FFLs to, buy firearms, sell to their local people that they knew. And the Clinton administration say, well, they're just, selling them to anybody. That's not true. I mean, we had several just in my area, and I used to buy all my firearms through my local friends or people I knew in the area because it was easy. It was convenient, and I knew the guy. And it was just, I don't know. It was stupid policy on the Clinton administration, but, policy to them doesn't, if it's unconstitutional, it doesn't matter to them. They just have an ideology, and the whole goal was to eliminate the number of federal firearms licensees during that time. This was another part of it, and they laid the blame on the FFL dealer.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, more in Chicago as well, too, that we've been talking about the whole time. We do have a happy ending that an 18-year-old carjacker got shot dead by an armed citizen after robbing 3 people during Chicago crime spree.
Yes. Speaking of Illinois again, Chicago, Chicago has some of the toughest firearms laws on the books. So we just talked about the unconstitutional assault weapons ban. And you have to have a FOID card. If you're not familiar with that, that's your firearm owner ID card. And you need that to buy ammo, too. It's not just firearms in Illinois. So it's not good out there. Well, you'll love this. This is our happy ending chronicle, and you had a concealed carry holder, which that's amazing in itself. They're kind of hard to get out there. But anyway, this guy had his concealed carry permit, and he ended the robbery spree. This person, this is an 18-year-old armed man, he had went on a spree of robbing basically people at gunpoint as they were getting in or out of their vehicles. He demanded their belongings, and the simple fact is a good guy with a firearm doing it legally. He fired 4 or 5 shots. He struck the assailant in the chest, the thigh, and the head. So he was hitting where he was aiming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up.
and, of course, the final intended victim was a 36-year-old man. And think about it, it's like you're trying to rob your dad or something? Oh, my God.
Well, yeah, and this is what's interesting. The guy was driving a stolen Toyota that belonged to a man that he robbed at gunpoint 20 minutes earlier. After robbing that individual, he took the vehicle and he robbed 2 women, and then he went on to his 4th victim, which was the 36-year-old man who said, not today. I imagine, there's not a lot of details on this. Usually I try to go find the background on it. Could not find a lot of details, I suppose, because of an impending investigation.
Mm-hmm.
But he went after this guy who was a concealed carry permit holder. And the guy said, nope, not happening today. He put the majority of his rounds on target and effectively stopped the attack, ended the crime spree. Remember, this guy had already went ahead and robbed 3 other people beforehand. He's now assumed room temperature. He's no longer going to rob people, made stupid decisions, and he found out, didn't he? And I think, I did go check this out. It looks like it's about 8 this year. That have been used in self-defense shootings, legally possessed firearms and concealed carry permit holders have actually ended crime sprees, and people, thieves like this have ended their plight. It looks like 8 of them this year in self-defense use.
And of course, the big lesson today, always protect yourself.
Always be aware of your situation, situational awareness. And if you're going to carry, know how to use it, do it right, and make sure that you have exhausted everything else beforehand before you just make that decision. But don't carry it unless you intend to actually use it in a situation like that. There's no sense in having it. It'll probably not turn out good for you. You need to be very aware of your situational awareness and how to use your firearm properly and when to use it. I have no doubt, and I always reiterate this to everybody, if you're using your self-defense firearm, more than likely, you will be charged on the scene with something, whether it's homicide or manslaughter, just the nature of the beast until they do the investigation. Nothing will probably come about it. Depends on the state or the city you're in. Depends on a state like North Dakota where we have stand your ground. South Dakota's even got a stronger stand your ground exemption in there. Basically, you can do it, and you can protect your property, your livestock, yourself, whatever it is. And, I mean, nothing's probably going to happen to you. So be aware, be calm, cooperate fully with the police officers when they arrive. If you're in that situation, then you're probably going to be okay. I mean, it's a fundamental right, especially in a stand-your-ground state like North and South Dakota and Wyoming. You're going to be okay. Just remember, don't lose your composure.
And that's a God-given right as well, too. In the meantime, how do people get a hold of you, and where can people find your podcast at?
Well, you can find us at gunsinthe701.com. As always, you can find us on CommuniTube over there, Guns in the 701. We really encourage you to go to X, because X is pretty much the free speech platform right now, and we're on Rumble. And I have to remind everybody, coming up June 25th, that's next week, the brand new elected chairman of the North Dakota GOP, Matthew Simon's going to join us. Matt's a good friend of us, a good friend of the show, and we're happy that he's going to come on. We're going to talk a little 2A, with the North Dakota GOP and where that's going. And Matt's a great guy. He's very proficient in firearms and loves the Second Amendment. But then we got a bigger announcement. For the 4th of July holiday coming up the following week after that, the Great American Outdoor Show. Our guests, Jamie and I, are going to be having Governor Kelly Armstrong, probably the most Second Amendment governor North Dakota's ever had, and Mr. Scott Buckmeyer with Dakota Prairie Outdoors is going to be joining us. That's going to be a great episode. We encourage everybody to get on there, listen in, tune in, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff you're supposed to do today online. And we're looking forward to that show. I think it's going to be a fun time. Don't want to miss it. We're on at 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central every single Wednesday night.
All right, we're looking forward to that. And Clay, it's always great to have you on. We're looking forward to have you on next Friday with Todd Mitchell here on K-Fire. Clay, you guys have a great weekend.
Absolutely, Mike. And hey, tune in to iHeartRadio for all your podcasts. And thanks to K-Fire for letting us do this every week.
You got that right. Clay Pearson from the Guns in the 701. Make sure you catch them on Guns in the 701. Who won the birthday treat? We'll find out in a minute on K-Fire.